Hi, Michelle Sparks with you again. Just coming back as almost like a video I shot, which was about you not being your body. And I just really want to say, you know, I have nothing against people being strong and fit. I absolutely am totally for health. I'm a physio, that's my background. I am into being healthy, strong and fit, to loving our bodies. The whole point of what I was saying before was, I've seen, and I'm sure you'll have your own experience with this, you know, it's hard to judge what's going on inside a person by the external appearance. Someone can look really healthy on the outside, but they could still be struggling with, you know, low self-esteem and a lot of negative thinking about how they look, trying to work hard to achieve an external appearance because they're not really secure inside. Now, that's certainly not the case with every person, and certainly I'm totally into working on your strength and building muscle. And you know, I know a lot of people who work out in the gym feel good, and that really helps them feel good and strong. And I've been there, I've done that. Currently, I don't go to the gym, I swim, big deal. You can get obsessive and preoccupied anywhere and doing any sort of exercise. I think what's important is what drives us. Are we driven by deficit, a feeling like we have to reach outside ourselves to fill up this empty space and make ourselves feel better? Or are we motivated from a place of peace inside, like a place of self-acceptance, where we're okay with who we are? And because of that, we're actually reaching outside to actually look after ourselves in the best possible way. We are exercising regularly. We are putting the best fuel we can into our bodies. We are trying to live a balanced life. You know, let me just read you a great quote from a lady called Susan Questrell, who's a Feldenkrais practitioner. She just said, "Change does not come from disgust or self-rejection, but from a realistic acceptance of who and what you are, and a desire to be the best possible version of that reality. Any diet or fitness regime that we impose on our bodies that is inspired by self-disgust or a lack of self-acceptance will be punitive. And our bodies, and I would say our emotions, will rebel and fight us at every turn. Only when our motives are based on love and respect will our bodies respond as we wish them to. Only when we accept who we are can we change." And I would say, I wouldn't say it in exactly the same words, but I would absolutely, I think that's the key. Self-acceptance is the key to engaging in nurturing and health-promoting behaviours, both for body and self. So what I'm trying to say, all of what I've been trying to say about you are not your body, is that I think this overemphasis on the body, on the external, can very much promote behaviours that are looking to try and meet this ideal that is just doesn't exist. Anyway, it just doesn't exist. And because of that, so if you're looking outside yourself to try and feel better within, and you're performing, trying to reach this expectation that is always changing and always beyond you, or I think body obsession, body preoccupation leads to dissatisfaction and an unhealthy body surveillance and body maintenance behaviours. So we can go from being preoccupied to being obsessed, and then we can get into some really unhealthy behaviours. And you can't always tell from the outside whether people have unhealthy behaviours. Case in point, there was a show on TV recently, you may have seen it, it was called Body Obsession, and it had a panel of people on it. There was a psychologist, there was a girl who saw herself as being obese, having a weight problem. There were two recovering girls with eating disorders, one with anorexia, one with bulimia. There was a guy who was a bodybuilder and currently using steroids by his own admission. There was another guy who had been a gym junkie and a steroid abuser, and he was now not in that space. There was a professional sex worker who had, by her own admission, lots and lots of plastic surgery and was getting ready for more. And there was a Fitspo leader model, a lady who posted lots of images on her website about her her body and her, you know, she was really trying to promote health, and I believe she was really genuine. Interestingly, the two girls with the eating disorders both said that they found the Fitspo images, in other words, the Fit Inspiration images, to be as triggering as the Pro-Ana images. Now, they couldn't articulate why, but I would say that that is because, again, this overemphasis of our culture on the external, on the body, on what is external, the appearance, dismisses or minimises the truth that a person's essential worth and value is beyond the body. Our body is our home, and it is to be treated with respect, and it is to be nurtured and cared for. But it's kind of getting the horse before the cart, isn't it? I mean, if we can see our value, that our value is in the person who we are, our character, our qualities. We have value simply because we exist. And I can go into more detail about that in another time. But when we come from a place where we value ourselves, we start to treat our body and ourselves in ways that are much more nurturing and health promoting. So I've sort of gone a bit round the world here, but what I'm trying to say is that you are not your body. Your body is your home. And the cool thing is when we get the truth that our worth and value is not just our body, we start to treat our body better. So we're not likely to be abusing our body through over-exercise or steroids or cosmetic surgery. Now, you can do all of, you know, I'm not going to make any judgment calls on any of these things. You will know if you are driven, if you are pushing yourself, if you are obsessed in your thinking, preoccupied in your thinking, if you are exercising through injury, if you are obsessed with the way you look. All I'm saying, all I really want to do is encourage you that you are so much more than your body. Your body is your home. It's a wonderful vehicle in which you live and move and do business on planet Earth. But you, the person, your value is so much more than just your physical space. Your value is in who you are, and I believe that you are created with worth and value, that it is not something that you can lose, actually, even when you cannot perform, even when you don't, you know, when there's burns over your body, or your body is old, or you are disabled, you have not lost your value because of that. Value is a God-given gift that's my belief and my experience. And I won't go into it here, but that was very much what was actually a real turning point in my own recovery, was actually coming into an understanding and an experience. And it was when I actually injured my body in such a way that I could not perform. I could not do the things that I thought gave me value as a person. And it was through that experience that I came into an encounter, an experience that, hey, with the God that I believe created me. And I came into a space of understanding, not just here, but here, that I have worth and value. I can't earn it, and I can't lose it. It's actually mine by birth. It's my birthright. And when I've understood that, it's actually set me free to start to behave in ways that really are healthy and nurturing. And I want to look after my body, and I want to put good fuel into my body, but it's from a completely different motivation. So more to say, I just really wanted to come back and say I am definitely not having a go at anyone who is bodybuilding, and you know, appearances can be deceptive. But there's a lot of people who are looking after their bodies in ways that you might think are excessive, but they could be totally cool with it. And they could be totally cool inside here as well. We can't make those judgment calls. You will know if you are driven from a place of fear and deficit, or from a place where you're motivated and led from a place of peace and self-acceptance. That's the difference. Nurture, pushing, punishing. So, until next time, travel well.